Welcome to Kermode Uncut, where we're joined this week by Kath Anderson from the British Board of Film Classification. Now, as you probably know, one of the things the BBFC take great pride in doing is after they've classified a film, telling you, the viewer, why they have reached a certain classification decision. You can go to the BBFC website, look on the insight for each particular film. They'll tell you exactly why it's a 12 or a 15. Not something every ratings board likes to do. However, recently there has been a problem with some viewers complaining that they're getting too much information. Kath, tell us what the problem's been.
Well, recently some viewers have complained that for certain films such as Ida and 2 Days and One Night that they didn't want to see that the film contained a suicide attempt or a suicide scene in the short BBFC insight that appears on the black card before the film begins. We've been putting short insight on the black card since 2013. When we agreed with the public and the FDA that this would be something that would be useful to them to give them one last reminder of the main classification issues in the film before it begins. And normally it really isn't an issue, but people have said that knowing there's a suicide scene is much more of a narrative point in a film,
yes,
and therefore they may not want to know about it immediately before it begins.
So why is it that suicide would be flagged up? Is that something that the BBFC takes a particular line on?
Yes, it's something that the public have told us in the last consultation in 2013 and in previous consultations. It's something that they want to know about. So every single focus group in 2013 mentioned mental health of children, self-harm, low self-esteem, and every single group included someone who had been touched by suicide. And we go out and talk to about 10,000 members of the public. So that's quite a big number. Okay. So it is something they've said they want to know about.
So this would mean that at the beginning of the film there is the classification card and a short bit of information which says contains a scene of suicide.
Yeah.
Now you've had some people saying, well, that is a plot spoiler, and the BBFC are very proud on responding to that kind of criticism. So how have you decided to respond?
Well, what we've decided to do is, for a trial period of 6 months, if we can avoid a plot spoiler, we'll review our judgment on the BBFC insight and see if we can. If we can't avoid the plot spoiler, what we will do is decide if we can remove it from the black card. So people can still find it on the BBFC website and the app, but it won't be on the black card immediately before the film begins. Okay,
so what you've done is you've listened to their complaints and thought, actually, that's a completely legitimate point. You might not want to know that there's a suicide coming up in the film just from the black card beforehand. But that information is still going to be available on the website.
Absolutely. So people still have a choice. If they know they've got a particular sensitivity, they can still check whether a film's going to be suitable for them.
And in terms of the BBFC's ongoing policy, it seems to me that for the last 14 years, the BBFC have been very particular about telling people why they're making their decisions, about being open and accountable. Is this response all part of that process?
Yeah, absolutely. We provide the information the public tell us they want to know before they go and see a film. We do everything based on public consultation, and as you often call it, the guidelines in our consultation programme is our contract with the public. So if they tell us that they're unhappy with a way we're providing information, be it the way our website's designed or how the app works, you know, we'll process that and work to try and solve the problem.
So in future, if a film has a suicide theme, it will be on the insight that is listed on the website, but it may well not actually be there at the beginning of the film to provide what some people may think of as a plot spoiler.
Correct.
Congratulations. I think it's the right response. Carry on the good work.
Thanks, Mark.